Hello. Hello. Hey, check. Hello.
I seek your attention, please. Please help me welcome, with a big round of applause and sheer joy and enthusiasm, our chief guest of the evening, Honorable Minister of Gujarat State, Shri Jagdish Vishwakarmaji. Can we have a very big round of applause for Sir? It is indeed our pleasure and honor to have you over here with us, Sir. Thank you. I request IIF President Shri Devendra Jain to please welcome Sir on the dais, please. Also guest of honor for today, Shri Ram Viji. I request OC Chairman Shri Subodh Panchal Sir to kindly welcome him. Welcome, Sir. Welcome. I also welcome Chairman IFEX Shri Amish Panchalji, OC Co-Chairman Shri Naishat Parekh, Vice President IIF Shri Vinit Jain, Honorary Secretary IIF Shri Shushi Kumar Sharma, OC Honorary Secretary Shri Suresh Chauhan, OC Honorary Treasurer Shri Chetan Shah, Honorary Treasurer IIF Shri S. Kupuswamy, OC Joint Honorary Secretary Shri Sanjeev Sagi, Western Region Chairman Shri Manish Patrikar, and also the Executive Director Shri Yogendra Goenka. We welcome all the esteemed dignitaries on the dais, please. Thank you very much, gentlemen. And all those who are in the audience, we also extend a warm welcome to all of you. It is indeed a pleasure to have you all with us today. Thank you. I now request Shri Subodh Panchalji, Chairman of Organizing Committee of 70th IFC, to kindly deliver his welcome note. Thank you. Yes, your roll call, sir.
Minister of State Industries, Sri Jagdish Bhai, today's keynote speaker, Mr. Sriram Viji, President Sri Devendra Jain, other dignitaries on the dais. First of all, I would like to request you all to give the standing ovation. The reason I will explain later. Just 1 minute standing ovation. Now, this standing ovation was for yourself, because you have made this physical event successful, first time in the world after pandemic in 2 years. So it is for you all only. Thank you. We were working for more than 2 years to make this physical meeting, handshake congress, and finally we are successful. Today we have more than 230 exhibitors, more than 1,400 registered delegates, 10,000 visitors, and this is in a record itself in our own institute. We have about 23 speakers, and tomorrow 11 top-notch castings buyers from India will be presenting their future demand. Plus, we have a partner, media partners, not only media partners, but association partners like WFO, that is World Foundry Organization, Emaphone from Italy, BRICS, Foundry Forum, Korea Foundry Society, Foundry Planet of Germany, and few others. My team, including members from Mumbai and Ahmedabad, has worked hard and made this event successful. We have tried to pay minute attention, but still I understand, I know my own lapses, failures. There are some, and plus harsh weather, which was beyond our control, but the way you have patiently accepted everything, I thank you, all of you. This hall we have given in the name of our legend, Mr. Sri C.R. Swaminathan, who passed away, and another hall in the name of Prem Arora from Bombay, and few others whom we have lost in the last 2 years. IF exhibition today, the flow was very, very encouraging. In spite of heat and other things, all the exhibitors say that they received a very good response. In Gujarat, Ahmedabad and Rajkot are main hubs of the foundry industry, and lot of new investments are coming. So it is the right platform that we could create for foundrymen, equipment manufacturers and raw material manufacturers. I sincerely extend my thanks to Mr. Sriram VG, Managing Director of BRICS India Group, Mr. Vijay Menon, who will be attending our valedictory session, and finally, Sri Jagdish Bhai Panchal, who in spite of almost busy schedule, today he had traveled about 300 kilometers to see the arrangement of Prime Minister's visit in Banaskantha area. So finally, with the blessings of all, with the efforts of all, and with the well wishes of all, and yeah, one thing I would like to mention, this exhibition is the first Atmanirbhar IFEX, 100%. There is no foreign participation, there is no Chinese, and first time our Indian manufacturers have made it possible. So this shows our real stand. I wish you all 2 days more comfortable stay here, and honestly I am saying we are trying to improve our systems every hour and to put your stay comfortably. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your warm welcome words. We appreciate them. Now we want to bow down before our God to seek Almighty's blessing. I now request Honorable Minister, sir, the President, sir, the Chairman, sir, and all the other dignitaries on the dais to kindly step forward for the lamp lighting. Thank you.
प्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि
We pray to Almighty that He showers His bestest blessings on all of us. Thank you. Thank you, gentlemen. After the warm welcome words and seeking the blessings of Almighty, we would like to present a token of gesture to all our esteemed dignitaries. Foremost, I request Shri Subodh Panchalji to kindly welcome Honorable Minister of State, Shri Jagdish Vishwakarmaji, with a sash and a memento. I also request Shri Devendra Jain to kindly welcome our guest of honor, Shri Ram Viji, with a session memento. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. I now request IIF GMC Chairperson, Ms. Ruma Rao, and IIF Ahmedabad Chairman, Mr. Bipin Sharma, to welcome other dignitaries on the dais with sash. Thank you very much. From several posts of chapter level to presidentship of IIF, Shri Devendra Jain is a mechanical engineer and an MBA. Since 1976, after joining his family business, he has established many engineering and foundry units. His company, Porval Auto, has received many awards from leading auto manufacturers and also Ministry of Power and Ministry Green Initiatives. I welcome IIF President Shri Devendra Jain for his presidential address. Over to you, sir.
I welcome Shri Jagdish Vishwakarmaji, Minister of State for Industries and other departments, Government of Gujarat, Shri Ram Viji, MD Brakes India Private Limited, past presidents of IIF, fellow NOB members, Chairman OC 70th, IFC and his Team Western Region, IIF members, distinguished guests and dignitaries on and off the dais, fellow Foundrymen, friends from media and press, ladies and gentlemen. It is my great pleasure and honor to extend warm greetings and welcome to all dignitaries, delegates, exhibitors, authors, speakers, sponsors, service providers, visitors, members of Foundry and who are participating in the 17th Indian Foundry Congress, IFEX 2022 and Cast India Expo at Helipad Exhibition Ground, Gandhinagar, Gujarat, under theme Business Beyond Boundaries. As the theme suggests, The 70th IFC and IFEX 2022 will feature participation, discussions and interchange on topics of interest having local, national and international flavors. The annual mega event of the Foundry fraternity is being held in physical form after 2 years, post-COVID. Now with COVID-19 having almost abated, the humankind can reasonably breathe a sign of relief and go back to business as usual with suitable caution. IF has completed 71 years of service in Indian foundry industries. This is a wonderful occasion for us to welcome the members of the Foundry fraternity from all over the world and to cast new business alliance and discover newer possibilities. The IFC has been born out of IF, and while we are honoring the child, we should not be forgetting the parent. Therefore, I feel it would be in order to dwell a little on the journey of IF since its inception to the extent today. There was a band of young foundrymen at Kolkata who were keen to upgrade foundry practices. Their enthusiasm resulted in frequent meetings in which the concept of forming the Institute of Indian Foundrymen was born. The Indian Institute of Foundrymen, the IF, was set up in 1950 as the Pan-India Association of Metal Casting Industry and acts as a nodal point of reference for customers, suppliers of foundry industries, headquartered at Calcutta. IF operates through 4 regional offices at Kolkata, Delhi, Mumbai and Chennai, 3 centers of excellence at Kolkata, New Delhi and Pune, and presently 23 chapters spread all over India. The Institute is a member of World Foundry Organization, Asia Foundry Forum, BRICS Foundry Forum, Foundry Development Council, and Confederation of Indian Industry. The role of IF is increase the visibility and create awareness about foundry industry, promote the importance of foundry industry for manufacturing and make in India, highlight activities of IF for sustainable growth of foundry sector, policy advocacy through interacting with government, ministries, departments and agencies, brand building and media advocacy through quality coverage in print and electronic media. IF continuously upgrades its activities to enable greater operational efficiencies and evolving of shared value and vision that reflects the collective aspiration of the foundry man. The Indian Foundry Congress is the flagship program of IF with IFEX and is rotated among 4 regions. This year being the turn of Western region, the 70th IFC Organizing Committee and Western region has lined up an impressive array of innovative slots for the delegates. Post-Congress visit to Statue of Unity, the largest metal statue of the world, would be an added attraction and memory to cherish. Foundry Technica, a unique reference volume mainly for maintenance of modern equipment, and update version of Indian Foundry Directory would be released on the occasion. I would like to thank 70th IFC Organizing Committee for working overtime to organize an event of such magnitude and scale despite the pandemic that would set new benchmarks and provide members and foundrymen greater insight of the latest technologies, processes and equipments. I formally invite all the foundrymen present here to join the 70th IFC, IFEX and Cast India Expo and enjoy the hospitality and relish the mouth-watering cuisine offered by Western region and 70th IFC Organizing Committee and utilize the opportunities for branding, business development, technical upgradation, and knowledge dissemination along with partaking in a synergy amongst the Foundry man, academia, government, and international experts. The IFC is truly great unifier of people, organizations, ideas, and opinions. In line with my presidential theme, let us work towards United India, United Foundry man. On this 70th IFC at Gandhinagar, the Indian Foundry lion is roaring. Let it roar, be in unison, to be heard across the sky and sea. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, President, for your welcome address. Mr. Sriram Vijay is currently a board member and managing director of Brakes India, which is a leading manufacturer of automotive braking systems and ferrous castings in India. Brakes India has over 8,000 dedicated employees across 15 plants in India, supplying systems and components to global OEMs. Sriram is MBA from the University of Michigan, Masters in Computer Science and Aeronautics at Stanford University, and BTech from the Indian Institute of Technology, Madras. For today's session, Mr. Sriram Vijay is our keynote speaker, and I welcome him for his August address. Over to you, sir.
Honorable Minister, Sri Jagdish Vishwakarma, IF President, Sri Devendra Jain, Organizing Committee Chairman, Sri Subodh Panchal, dignitaries on the dais, exhibitors, participants, members of the press and media, ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to all of you. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all once again to the 70th edition of the Indian Foundry Congress and IFEX 2022. As we start our deliberations today, over the course of the next 3 days, there are two horizons we need to look at. One is a short term, discussing what is on the top of mind for all of us, the here and now, our operations and commercial viability. The other is a long-term horizon, where we need to focus for sustainable value creation. Over the past years, much of our time has been focused very much on the short term. Well before COVID hit us, the industry had already entered a slight slowdown in 1920. You're all aware of the challenges we have faced over several years, with economic slowdown as the pandemic hit us with the lockdown starting in March 2020, and even beyond that, the unheard of commodity price increases over the past year. This has put immense pressure on everyone. Profitability has been severely impacted. But the more immediate problem is related to cash flows, burgeoning working capital, price claims that are not settled on time, supply chains that are unpredictable. This has all caused severe constraints, and smaller players are particularly hard hit. Many of our colleagues have been forced to, in some cases, go into severe levels of debt or even shut shop. And this is impacting the industry as a whole. While we are in this situation, when a customer comes to us with new business prospects or growth opportunities, where is the cash to invest? We're still looking at how we get steel scrap the next day's production. So this requires a little bit more of an urgent action from all of us in terms of going to our customers to get the price corrections on time. It is difficult in such a fragmented industry. Each one of us competes with each other, and while we compete on quality, on delivery, we cannot compete solely on margins. So as an industry, we really have to introspect and think on how we can recover these prices for the sustenance of the industry. And I would like to thank the Chairman, President of the IAF, for actually highlighting this issue and urging us all to take action in this regard. There are also other issues that does trouble the industry. Unpredictable demand scenarios, operating climates are difficult due to the COVID restrictions. Logistics costs have started to increase tremendously, both on global container freight as well as domestic freight, with the increasing costs in fuel. And there is definitely a lot of uncertainty in the market with rising interest rates. The war between Russia and Ukraine have all caused a lot of volatility. However, despite all this, I'm still optimistic about the years to come, about our future, especially for India on the global stage. While it's imperative that we solve our problems of today, I think the opportunities that lie ahead of us are quite bright. And let me tell you why I am hopeful. One, the Indian government has done a lot of work in the last years, both via infrastructure growth as well as via reforms. And this is something that will help the economy recover once we get over these turbulent times. Our Honorable Prime Minister has set the stage for resilience and self-reliance through the Atmanirbhar Bharat initiative. And this, along with other initiatives such as Make in India, the Digital India Mission, and Skill India, will set a platform for growth. The government has also announced and kicked off the PLI scheme, covering across 14 sectors with an outlay of 3 trillion Indian rupees. India's manufacturing will get a huge boost from this, especially in the automotive sector. This has attracted approximately 75,000 crore investment over the next 5 years, and 20 OEMs and 75 component makers have been approved by the government under the scheme. On the infrastructure front, the government has constructed 1.4 lakh kilometers of national highways in the past 7 years. The capacity of our ports has increased by 100%. Railway lanes have been modernized, and many mega projects have been completed. This has also set the stage for multimodal connectivity in our country. However, one of the largest transformations that I would like to highlight is the introduction of GST. We may have seen some initial teething troubles, and some sectors may have been affected adversely. But in the long run, such a wide-reaching policy change has a tremendous impact and ability to grow our economy. This really sets the stage for India for long-term growth by unifying the economy as a nationwide economy. We are not sailing ahead without challenges. We have a growing and evolving economy, and there are many aspects that we can improve further. Land transport can definitely get better with last-mile connectivity and even better highways for quick transit. Power costs are high, and power availability in some cases is a challenge. Further, as you may have all recognized, we still have a skill gap in several sectors, including in manufacturing. And while the government is taking initiatives, we must all do our part to skill our workforce and enable the next wave of growth. But progress is steady, and this is why I'm hopeful. The ease of doing business in India as a global ranking has increased from 142 in 2014. We have jumped 79 positions to 63rd globally by 2020. This is surely a sign of the direction our country is headed. So if we look at the balance, the positives definitely outweigh the negatives. We have a high level of stability on the global stage, and I'm optimistic that we are on the right path, the right trajectory to cement our place as the economic powerhouse in the global economy. So with this optimism in the backdrop, I want to discuss a little bit about the topic that I picked today, which is aiming higher and reaching further. This is a little bit of a vision of how we can transform our industry to become more respected domestically and an industry that can help drive exports globally. The BRICS India Foundry Group started with ferrous castings in 1983. Our journey started as a captive supply for our braking project, and this was due to the unavailability of castings at that time. Our chairman, who was responsible for commissioning this project, did so with the support of a partner. And like many, we made many mistakes along the way. We struggled to pour our first metal. There's commonly held belief that all you have to do is buy the right equipment and anybody can make a casting. But we in this room know better. It takes a lot from the right raw material, the right metallurgy, the right pouring parameters and cooling parameters, methoding and gating, all the way to finishing. It's a challenging process, and I think many have started to realize this in the years. It's easy to pour metal, but hard to get a good casting. So after much learning, we were able to successfully develop and manufacture safety-critical castings. We went on to invest in a high-pressure molding line, green sand line, and grew the business slowly and carefully. In the past several years, we have developed our competence and started to export our products. Now, almost 40 years later, we have 11 high-pressure molding lines across 4 locations. I must also acknowledge our investments in Gujarat since 2010. After a visit to the IFC, our team, with the help of Mr. Subodh Panchal, who's on the dais, and the support of the entire GIDC team, set up a foundry and a braking plant in Jagadia Industrial Estate. We have invested over 250 crores in this and employ over 1,000 people there. And this has done very successfully over the past 12 years and supports not just domestic but several export requirements. When we talk about aiming higher, it is about producing castings that have a value beyond the kilograms of metal that we sell. The moment our products go on the weighing scale for payment, we are going down the slippery slope of lower profits. So I'll pose the question to each one of you. How do we need to operate so that we can add value to our products? How do we create castings that customers want and that they need? While low cost is obviously a mandate for all of us, we need to determine what it is that creates value in the metal that we pour. There are several niches in the market, and each one of us should be clear where our niche is and where we want to play. For Brakes India, it happened to be safety-critical castings, given our starting requirement. We had to make several large investments in design, in flow analysis, solidification to overcome hidden porosities, in radiography, and even functional tests for the end product that we produce. But each one of us must understand where our own value lies. This could be in intricately cored castings, it could be in small batch size production, it could be in high surface finishes, but we have to understand what is it that drives value. If you're familiar with strategy frameworks, this is what we call building a sustainable competitive advantage, or what Mr. Warren Buffett would call building a moat. So when we are able to understand what it is about our products, about our customers and our business that can build this moat and create value, that is the way I think each of our businesses will succeed and thrive. Even today, we have to continue to improve, and at the Brakes India Foundry Group, we continue to invest in equipment, in automation, and with experts across the globe to improve our process. Aiming higher and understanding our value is a precursor. It's a precursor to reaching further. It's only after several years of working on our internal quality and processes that we got our first chance to export castings. Export was a very challenging and difficult prospect many years ago, but today the opportunities are far greater. Many global customers, some of whom will be visiting over the course of the 3 days we have set up purchases offices in India. And castings is quite high on their target list of items to buy. However, for them, in my discussions, buying castings is a challenging proposition. There are literally hundreds of foundries in the country, many with similar equipment and many with similar capabilities. They struggle with the right trade-off between cost and quality and supply risk. They have to be careful where they put in their development efforts given the costs of validation in the automotive world. So therefore, they end up going with players who already have a proven track record. So this is why each of us has to start early and win that first export order. That is typically a mandate for you to grow your exports exponentially. We must also be ready to scale up and showcase this capability. While the first contract is the hardest to get, it can really reap benefits in the long term. With the size of the global market and the relative cost advantage that India still has, our domestic foundries can fulfill the promise that we've been hoping for as a China Plus One and gain an ever-growing proportion of the global casting requirements. This, I believe, is the true opportunity that lies ahead of us. This will also be the biggest challenge that we face. If we look at what is going to change in our industry, scale will be one that I see changing dramatically. As we become a more prominent supplier of global castings, we will be forced to invest, and this might mean a consolidation or the growth of several foundries. In the longer term, there are other factors that we have to be aware of. Inflation is on the move and costs in India are rising. This is a mandate for us to start looking at automation, not just for cost, but also from a quality perspective. As we scale up, labor dependence is difficult to manage, and we have to work on both skilling as well as automation in our journey to scale up. The other area of focus is to reduce carbon emissions and achieve, at some point of time, net zero. As evidenced in the Paris Climate Accords that occurred and the recent COP26 conference, the world is surely and definitely moving in this direction. In this regard, our industry will face pressure to move in the same way. We are an energy-intensive industry, but we can start by sourcing low-carbon power, that is via wind, solar, or other renewable sources like hydroelectric power. We also have to work on improving our efficiency as well as using, recycling, and renewing our other resources like sand. We have to work on creating a more sustainable foundry. This is a critical area of focus for BRICS India, and we have started to invest and work towards how we can also become a green foundry. We will look for support from the government on policy as well as the power sourcing to help us achieve the zero net carbon emissions over the course of the years. So with so many structural changes on the horizon, I would just highlight the few imperatives that I feel we must look at. The first is our very short term, an urgent need for financing to recover costs and ensure our profitability. This is to weather the current storm. The second is to identify and exploit a niche where we can be successful as an individual foundry and become more profitable and build a strong balance sheet. It is after these two that I really see the true opportunities for growth, where we can tap into the global castings markets and become a global supplier of castings. I look forward to all our companies taking part in this journey and coming out stronger at the end of it. This conference, coming after a gap, I think is surely a testament that we are headed in the right direction, and the interest levels for such a journey are with all of us. After this, I must congratulate Sri Subodh Panchal and the entire organizing committee for putting together this event, as it is the need of the hour. Thank you for getting us together and arranging a fabulous array of speakers, exhibitors, and panel discussions. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your address. We appreciate it, and we wish good luck to your company and also to the industry. Instead of routine souvenir, we have always given a reference volume with a value for the foundrymen. This time also we have published the Foundry Technica reference book. I would like to acknowledge the tireless efforts of Mr. Sanjay Desai, convener, Foundry Technica, and Mr. S.P. Audhya, the chair, Tech Paper Committee. And I request our Honorable Minister, sir, to kindly release the book. Can we have the book, please? Thank you, gentlemen. I'm sure this will be helpful to each one of you. The Indian Foundry new directory is compiled by FIC. On this important occasion, we wish to release the new Foundry directory. I invite Mr. Pradeep Mittal, FIC Chairman, to kindly step on the stage for the release, and I request Honorable Minister Sir to do the honors. This is the most prestigious and useful compilation of Foundry data, and it will be definitely helpful and informative for each one of you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Mittal. Dr. P.N. Bhagwati. After completing his engineering in Pune and training, Dr. P.N. Bhagwati headed to West Germany and then in Europe for further training and foundry education. He was the only Indian student to procure the PhD degree from West Germany. After working for a couple of years in Switzerland, he came back to India and started Bhagwati Sperocast Private Limited, which is a big supplier to auto, tractor and allied industries. Sir has been past president for prestigious institutions like CII, IIF, WFO, etc. Sir is the founder chairman of Center for Foundry Education and Research. For his outstanding contribution to development of Indian foundry industry, I humbly request Honorable Minister Sir to hand over a special award to Dr. P.N. Bhagwati, the Iron Man of Indian foundry industry. Can we have a very big round of applause for all his contribution till date and even for future? It is indeed a pleasure for the entire industry to have this young Iron Man with us. Can we have one more time a big round of applause? Thank you so much, sir. We value all your services to our industry. Shri Subodh Panchal, the managing partner of Castwell Foundries, is associated with the Institute of Indian Foundrymen for almost 5 decades and served many positions. Currently, he is chairman of the Long-Term Exhibition and International Affairs Committee. He has taken IIF at international level and took delegations to several countries. His efforts, his guidance, his expertise has helped IFEX brand earn crore of rupees every year for the IIF. He has organized annual congresses. For every smallest work of IIF, Shri Subodh Panchal is the encyclopedia, Google, and whatever you can call him, because he is just a phone away for any work of IIF. And if you agree, can we have a big round of applause for Mr. Subodh Panchal? I request Honorable Minister Sir to kindly hand over the Lifetime Achievement Award to Shri Subodh Panchal ji. But for this event, when I went to his office, or so-called his house, I was amazed to see that the entire house of 3-story was converted into a factory where this event was getting nicely shaped, and he was tirelessly guiding everyone to make this event a big success. Congratulations, sir, one more time from all of us over here. IIF confer fellowship to leading foundrymen across India to acknowledge their contribution to the foundry industry. This year, we are honoring 4 such prominent foundrymen. I request IIF President Shri Devendra Jain to hand over the fellowship memento and certificate to all the beneficiaries. Foremost, I would like to call upon Mr. S.K. Ahuja. S.K. Ahuja is MD of Quality Limited and MD of Castech Private Limited, Coimbatore. Worked in many foundries in India as CEO and works manager, and was also consultant to large cement plants and foundries. He set up foundries in Fujairah and has received many awards. We congratulate you, sir, and we thank you for all your services to the Institute. One more time, congratulations, Ahuja sir. Next is thank you, sir. Next is Mr. Shashi Kumar Jain. Mr. Shashi Kumar Jain, proprietor of Divanchan Suraj Prakash Jain, joined family business after graduation and became head of Foundry business in 1986. Held different positions in IIF and became IIF president in 2018-19. We congratulate you, sir, and we thank you from our bottom of our heart. Thank you. Though the music is louder, we can clap higher, please. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Next, we have with us Mr. S. Kupuswamy, National Treasurer of IIF, held different positions in IIF. He has 39 years of experience in PSG Foundry, Coimbatore, and he retired as Vice President during 2019. Held different positions at chapter, regional, and national level. We congratulate, sir. And we thank for his tireless efforts and services to the Institute.
Good evening. I would like to dedicate this honor to our beloved late Mr. C.R. Swaminathan sir, who was my mentor and guru. Okay. It is sad that he is not with us today. And on this occasion, I would like to thank the organizing committee, in particular Mr. Subodh Panchal, for naming this hall as Mr. C.R. Swaminathan's hall. Otherwise, he could have got easily 10 lakhs from somebody else. And my special thanks for this. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, and once again, congratulations. The next beneficiary is Mr. Amiya Kumar Singha. Mr. Singha has been serving the foundry industry since last 40 years. Associated with IIF for more than 35 years, he served Tata Motors as foundry head for 10 years. Modernization of foundry factory, he supported Jamshedpur chapter for many years. Unfortunately, for some personal reasons, he could not be over here, but I request Mr. Manoj Yadav from the Jamshedpur team to kindly receive the award on his behalf. Thank you. I'm sure he would be later seeing the recording of this. Can we have a big round of applause for Sir, though in his absence? Thank you. We once again extend our hearty congratulations to all the beneficiaries.
Before you invite Jagdish, right? You invite Mr. Chetan Shah to say 2 minutes.
Right now?
Jagdish bhai is available.
Okay. I now request Shri Chetan Shah, OC Honorary Treasurer, to kindly say a few words on this august occasion. Thank you.
Good evening, friends. I'm very happy and very delighted to speak before this, IIF and IFEX are all a very special audience. When I've seen this list, and I didn't find my name as a speaker, and I thought that, and always our Subodh Bhai is so considerate, so allow me to give a little few words for you. So I'm just trying to say my thoughts unprepared, still may be appropriate. The foundry industry per se is the heart of any growing economy. Anything you name it, the foundry and the foundry castings, it comes first. Our Prime Minister, who has a vision to take this country, this economy, to $5 trillion economy in the next 5 years. It is very interesting and it is very challenging target. But when you giving this kind of target, then this country needs a lot things to do. It is a great coincidence that before the foundry community and our Honorable Minister of Industries are here. It's rare, but that has happened today, and I'm quite pleased to make the notice of this opportunity. When we say that this country has to go for $5 trillion economy, means what? Today, India is producing 250 million tons of cement. We need to double the production that to 500 million tons. This country is producing 120 million tons of steel. We have to produce 250 million tons of steel in next 5 years. And this is going to give a tremendous opportunity to the industry as a whole, but also the foundry industry also is very important. Our Honorable Minister, Jagdish Bhai is here. He is from Gujarat, and today Gujarat is taking a big lead in even the Indian ministry. I would like to request him that when the Prime Minister, who has set such a wonderful and such a challenging target for this country to take the economy to $5 trillion, sir, if we really want to achieve that, we have to see a lot of things on the ground. We have to double our steel production capacity. We have to double our cement. We have to double our infrastructures. We have to double everything. And we have to curb on our population rate. Looking to these things, and we are now, as a foundry community, we are fully prepared to accept this challenge once you allow us to work on this challenge. Today, on behalf of the foundry community, I would like to request that, sir, if you are really aiming this target, then the action plan has to start. We are prepared and we are ready to take this challenge to make sure that we can provide a maximum support to this objective, this target, this challenge given by our Prime Minister. This is a small thing which came in my mind, and today it's a great coincidence that you are here and all the fellow members are here to hear you that how you are going to plan this challenge and how you are going to give us a large opportunity to time to come. Thank you, and thank you so much by giving me small opportunity.
Thank you so much, sir, for your kind words, and I'm sure the government will take a note of it in a positive manner. Now, with complete dignity and respect, I welcome Honorable Minister of Gujarat State, Shri Jagdish Vishwakarmaji, to kindly deliver his address to the august audience present here. Over to you, sir.
ગુડ ઇવનિંગ એવરીવન. નમસ્કાર. કેમ છો બધા? I gives to me great pleasure to be here with you all this evening and inaugural the ceremony of the 70th Indian Foundry Congress and IFEX 2022. आज मेरे साथ मंच पर विराजमान फाउंड्री एसोसिएशन के प्रेसिडेंट देवेंद्र जैन जी, श्री सुबोध पंचाल जी, श्री राम विजय जी, श्री चेतन शाह जी, and other dignity on the dais and of the dais, ladies and gentlemen, and all media people. I very welcome to in Gujarat. दो साल के एक कोरोना की महामारी के बाद पूरा देश नहीं पर पूरा वर्ल्ड कोरोना के लिए सामने जब जुझुम रहा था, तब देश के यशस्वी वड़ा प्रधान नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने एक काफी अच्छा स्लोगन दिया, आत्मनिर्भर भारत. और ऐसा ही स्लोगन गुजरात के मुख्यमंत्री श्री भूपेंद्र पटेल ने दिया है, आत्मनिर्भर गुजरात टू आत्मनिर्भर भारत. और यही दिशा के अंदर आज गवर्नमेंट ऑफ गुजरात काफी तेजी से आगे बढ़ रही है. और देश के वड़ा प्रधान जी का जो विजन है आत्मनिर्भर भारत, मेक इन इंडिया, उसके बदौलत आज हम जहां ये फाउंड्री एसोसिएशन का जो एग्जीबिशन हुआ है, देवेंद्र जी से जो बात हो रही थी तो उन्होंने बताया कि वी आर द सेकंड लार्जेस्ट कंट्री इन द वर्ल्ड, वी आर द मैन्युफैक्चरिंग द फाउंड्री इंडस्ट्रियल कास्टिंग. आज कोई भी सेक्टर देख लो, हर सेक्टर के अंदर आज बूमिंग पीरियड चल रहा है. फॉर इंडस्ट्री सेगमेंट देख लो, एग्रीकल्चर सेगमेंट देख लो. जस्ट आज मेरी विजिट थी दियोदर में, कल पीएम साहब यहां विजिट कर रहे हैं. पीएम साहब का दौरा है. कल बनासकांठा के अंदर 19 तारीख को एक मिल्क प्रोडक्शन का प्लांट इनोग्रेट होने जा रहा है. आज गुजरात का सिनेरियो देखा जाए तो पर डे का 2 करोड़ लीटर मिल्क आज गुजरात प्रोड्यूस करता है. अगर एक ख्याल आए दिल के अंदर, why people are coming in Gujarat, why people are coming in the India and why India is growing now. पीएम साहब का जो विजन है कि आने वाले दिनों के अंदर 5 बिलियन इकोनॉमी को में ले जाना है. मैं गुजरात की बात करूं तो गुजरात जीडीपी इन करंट प्राइस ग्रो एट 10% इन CAGR between the 2015-16 and at present 2020 with GSDP in total USD 221 billion economy against the USD 137 billion. Gujarat announced for about 7% of the Indian industrial output with the 11% of the Indian factories. In India, 2019-20 manufacturing sector share as a percentage of the state GSDP was 37.5% and compared the 70% of the national GDP. गुजरात एक्सपोर्ट की बात करूं तो जब 2001 के अंदर गुजरात का जो एक्सपोर्ट था 2001 से पहले 4,000 करोड़ ओनली. एंड व्हाट इज द अबाउट द टुडे एक्सपोर्ट इन गुजरात 4 lakh crore rupees. The Gujarat export good service to over the 180 countries with 21% share in India's total export value of the US 60.5 billion in FY 2022 and 2021. In pioneering state with the many first rank in the foreign direct investment, first rank in the logistic performance index 2018, 2019 and 2021. And first rank in the export parameter index 2022 and first best performance in the Indian national startup ranking. आज ऐसा कहूंगा कि देश के वड़ा प्रधान जी ने, मैं सुबोध भाई से और देवेंद्र जैन से भी एक रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा, जितने भी फाउंड्री मैन यहाँ आए हुए हैं ऑल ओवर इंडिया से, गांधीनगर से बावला, यहाँ से करीबन 45 किलोमीटर का रनवे है, नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने उसका इनॉग्रेशन किया था, उसका नाम है आई क्रिएट। जितने भी स्टार्टअप स्टूडेंट्स है उनके लिए आई क्रिएट नाम की एक काफी बड़ी अच्छी संस्थान खड़ी की है वहां पे। जितने भी स्टार्टअप को अगर कोई भी इनोवेशन करना हो, वो इनोवेशन का प्रोजेक्ट लेकर वो स्टार्टअप के अंदर जाता है, तो पूरा का पूरा प्रोजेक्ट का स्टडी किया जाता है। स्टडी करने के बाद वो प्रोजेक्ट कितना वायबल है इन द फ्यूचर, द एंटायर वर्ल्ड कितना प्रोडक्शन के अंदर कितना वायबल रहेगा, तो उसका वैल्यूबल देखकर सारे स्टूडेंट को स्टार्टअप के लिए काफी अच्छा प्लेटफॉर्म, लगभग 40 एकड़ लैंड के अंदर पूरा आई क्रिएट डेवलप किया हुआ है। मैं देवेंद्र जैन जी और सुबह से कहूंगा पूरी टीम को लेकर एक बार आई क्रिएट की विजिट जरूर करनी चाहिए। आने वाले दिनों के अंदर जैसे सिनारियो चेंज हो रहा है, डेवलपमेंट जो हो रहा है, उसके हिसाब से मुझे लगता है कि आई क्रिएट और जीटीयू जैसी संस्थाएं आने वाले दिनों के अंदर हमें टेक्नोक्राफ्ट स्टूडेंट और टेक्नोक्राफ्ट लोगों के लिए ये काफी अच्छा माहौल खड़ा करेगी। बेस्ट composed of water management index in Niti Aayog, we are the first in India. Why people are coming in Gujarat? The 7 reason to invest in the Gujarat. We are the number 1 in the power. 39 gigawatt generate the power in the Gujarat. Skill development, 1 million worker trained annually throughout the 580 ITIs. इंडस्ट्रियल लैंड अवेलेबिलिटी, गुजरात एक ऐसा स्टेट है कि अगर गुजरात के अंदर किसी को भी इंडस्ट्रीज डालनी हो तो वी हैव द लैंड बैंक अवेलेबल इन द गवर्नमेंट ऑफ गुजरात की वी हैव एनीवन पीपल कम इन गुजरात, तो लैंड बैंक कहां पर जगह अवेलेबल है। वी हैव मोर देन 200 GIDC in the Gujarat, so we have good facility in the Gujarat. We have 20 SEZ in Gujarat. We have 3 SRS in the Gujarat. Road and railway connectivity is the best in the India. We have road connectivity 1.8 lakh kilometers, as well as surface road available in Gujarat. Railway, we are the 5,200 kilometers railway line in the Gujarat. Gujarat has the Indian biggest coastal area in the Gujarat. In 48 ports, handling the 40% of the India's cargo movement. Entire the India का जो cargo movement है, more than 48% cargo movement वो गुजरात से हो रहा है. That's why people are coming in Gujarat. Air connectivity, we have 90 operational air connectivity airports and 3 international airport in Gujarat. ये सारा सारा डेवलपमेंट जब देश के वड़ा प्रधान नरेंद्र मोदी जी जब गुजरात के मुख्यमंत्री थे, उन्हीं की निगरानी के अंदर ये सारा का सारा डेवलपमेंट हुआ था। और उसी के बदौलत आप देखा जाए तो गुजरात का विकास का जो रोल मॉडल है वो पूरे देश ने नॉट अ वन टाइम सेकंड टाइम हाईएस्ट लीड से मोदी जी को लीड किया है, सपोर्ट किया है। सो आई अगेंस्ट थैंक टू माय पार्टी टू ऑल ऑफ यू कि अगर नरेंद्र मोदी जी आज कहा जाए तो वैश्विक लीडर के रूप में, अभी अमेरिकन सर्वे हुआ था तो मोर देन 70% मोदी जी को मिले थे कि भी बिगेस्ट लीडर एंड जो विजनरी लीडर है, तो उसका श्रेय अगर किसी को जाता है तो देश के वड़ा प्रधान नरेंद्र मोदी जी को जाता है। ए पार्टी ऑफ द गवर्नमेंट कमिटेड टू EODB, आज गुजरात के अंदर मोर देन 6 लाख MSME इंडस्ट्रीज है। Investor facility, IFP portal is the first time launched in the government of Gujarat. In last year, we have solved the 8,60,000 application across the 20 state department. In the Gujarat, कोई भी entire the world, entire the India से कोई भी अगर इंडस्ट्रीज डालने के लिए गुजरात में आता है, तो जैसे ही एप्लीकेशन डालता है, तो वी हैव स्टेट की जो फॉर्मेलिटीज होती है, मोर देन 20 डिपार्टमेंट्स वी हैव, अगर लैंड बैंक से लेकर उसको इन्वेस्टमेंट करने तक प्रोजेक्ट को रन करने तक मोर देन 20 डिपार्टमेंट को रन हमने ऑनलाइन किया है. तो मोर देन 8,60,000 एप्लीकेशन वी हैव कंप्लीटेड ऑनलाइन. डिजिटलाइजेशन लैंड बैंक, जीआईएस बेस्ड मैप प्रोविंग. काफी इंडस्ट्रीज, आज दहेज की बात की जाए, आज गुजरात के अंदर सेक्टर लीडरशिप है. ऑटोमोबाइल्स एंड ऑटो पार्ट्स, फार्मा एंड मेडिकल डिवाइस, chemical and petrochemicals, electronic and system designs, synthetic and ceramic goods, textile. We have biggest textile sector in the Surat, and now we are Navsari. In 1,000 hectare land we have provided a few new textile park, and we have the India का सबसे डायमंड प्रोड्यूस, 98% डायमंड इंडिया का गुजरात में प्रोड्यूस होता है, और मोर देन 70% डायमंड produced in the world, in the only Gujarat, world largest platform refilling in the hub, global leader in diamond processing in Surat, world second largest मोरबी के अंदर. मुझे बेहद खुशी होती है कि हमने जिस रिसेंटली मोरबी के अंदर पूरा सिरामिक हब बनाने जा रहे हैं, और मोर देन 400 करोड़ का सिरामिक हब होगा. सिरामिक का पूरा एग्जीबिशन, आज तक हम लोग जो चाइना से डिपेंड रहते थे, पूरा का पूरा मोरबी के अंदर हम लोग करने जा रहे हैं. एंड एशियन लार्जेस्ट डेयरी प्रोडक्ट में अमूल की बात कर दो. अमूल का जो रोल मॉडल है आज पूरे देश के अंदर, अमूल इज द हाईएस्ट बिगेस्ट प्रोडक्ट इन द इंडिया. जितने भी फार्मर्स है, जस्ट मेरी अमूल के आज एमडी से बात हो रही थी, हम लोग को 150 करोड़ रुपीस एवरी डे फार्मर्स के घर के अंदर डायरेक्टली जमा होते. पर डे का 2 करोड़ लीटर मिल्क वी आर कलेक्टिंग एंड प्रोसेसिंग. मोदी जी का जो विजन है, 1 डिस्ट्रिक्ट 1 प्रोडक्ट, इसी तरह से गुजरात आज आगे बढ़ रहा है. पॉलिसी ड्रिवन अप्रोच स्टेट गुजरात है. इन द ओवर द 20 सेक्टर स्पेसिफिकली इन्वेस्ट इन द पॉलिसी. वी हैव गुड पॉलिसी इन द गुजरात. इन्वेस्टर सब्सिडी, industrial policy 2022, garment and apparel policy, we have electrical vehicle policy, we have the interlargest logistic and park policy, we have solar policy, agro business policy, IT sector. We have recently opened the IT sector policy also. We are the approach defense policy. आने वाले दिनों के लिए फाउंड्री इंडस्ट्री के लिए काफी अच्छा माहौल रहेगा पूरे एंटायर इंडिया के लिए. नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने जो डिफेंस पॉलिसी बनाई है, पहले जो क्या था, पहले की नजर ऐसा था कि कोई भी डिफेंस, अगर कोई भी ऑटोमाइजेशन अगर मशीनरी हम लोग लाते थे फॉरेन से, तो उसके अंदर ऐसा था कि हमारे पास हम लोग वी कांट मैन्युफैक्चरिंग द एनी डिफेंस पार्ट्स. एंड नाउ सिनेरियो इज चेंज्ड in Gujarat, in entire India, we have defense policy. So it is a very big future for the foundry and engineering industries also. We have the in future Gujarat future infrastructures की बात की जाए, DMIC and DFC, we have very gift city. जो भी गुजरात में पहली बार आया है, मेरा अनुरोध है आप लोगों से, और सुबोध भाई से भी अनुरोध है. I am also coordinated with my department. एक बार जरूर से गिफ्ट सिटी विजिट करनी चाहिए. इंडियन फर्स्ट इंटरनेशनल फाइनेंस सर्विस सेंट्रल IFSC सेंटर इन द इंटरनेशनल एक्सचेंज INEX इन द गांधीनगर. धोलेरा सर, वी हैव मोर देन 900 स्क्वायर किलोमीटर लैंड अवेलेबल इन धोलेरा सर. ड्रीम सिटी एंड डायमंड रिसर्च एंड मिरेकल सिटी इन द वर्ल्ड लार्जेस्ट सिंगल कॉम्प्लेक्स डायमंड ब्रूज इन द सूरत. We have high-speed rail. Mandal Bichraji ISR is the home some of the world largest automobile industries in the Gujarat. Suzuki, Toyota, Tsuzuki, Honda. We have biggest automobile industries in Gujarat. नरेंद्र मोदी के विजन के अंदर आज कहा जाए तो पूरा एंटायर द इंडिया इज अ ग्रोइंग पीरियड, एस्पेशली गुजरात. I'm leading in the Gujarat, so it is a very big future in the industries. जैसे अभी देवेंद्र जैन से बात हो रही थी, मैंने उन्होंने पूछा कि भाई देवेंद्र जी, हाउ इज द फाउंड्री बिजनेस इन द इंडिया. देवेंद्र जी ने काफी अच्छा कहा कि बिजनेस काफी अच्छा है, ग्रोइंग पीरियड है, प्रोडक्शन की कोई कमी नहीं है, प्रोडक्शन डबल हो चुका है, प्राइस भी अच्छे मिल रहे हैं। कमी सिर्फ एक बात की है, रॉ मटेरियल का प्राइस प्लस होते आ रहे हैं। मैंने बोला देवेंद्र जी ये तो ग्लोबली प्राइस फैक्टर का सवाल है। इट इज अ टाइम बीइंग द प्राइस फैक्टर्स। आई आल्सो अंडरस्टैंड द इंडस्ट्रीज मिनिस्टर और आई आल्सो कम इन द सेम इंडस्ट्रीज, आई हैव आल्सो द इंडस्ट्रीज। तो रॉ मटेरियल के प्राइस अगर प्लस होते हैं तो वी आर द फेसिंग द मैक्सिमम, बट इनकमिंग फ्यूचर्स मुझे बेहद खुशी होती है कहने के अंदर कि आज गुजरात के अंदर मेरी कल विजिट हुई जम्मू सर के अंदर। वी आर द बिगेस्ट एम्प्टी वायल प्लांट इन जम्मू सर। द सॉल्ट ग्लास इंडिया is the sister concern of the Carl Zeiss company. In Gujarat, we are manufacturing पिन टू लेकर प्लान तक। अगर गांधीधाम के अंदर देखा जाए तो पिन भी मैन्युफैक्चर हो रही है और प्लान अम्ब्रेला के अंदर प्लान भी मैन्युफैक्चर हो रहा है। एल&टी हजीरा में देखा जाए तो एल&टी हजीरा के अंदर डिफेंस की टैंक भी बन रही है। बैचराजी में देखा जाए तो मारुति सुजुकी का प्लांट है। अगर अहमदाबाद गांधीनगर की बात करें तो आई के लेंस बन रहे हैं। आज इंडिया की हाईएस्ट, ऐसा कहा जाओ कि अगर वर्ल्ड की हाईएस्ट गैस पाइपलाइन गांधीधाम के अंदर वेल्सबर्न मैन्युफैक्चर कर रहा है। डक्टल लाइन पाइप भी गांधीधाम के अंदर मैन्युफैक्चर हो रही है। इट मींस इतने सारी इंडस्ट्रीज इंडिया के, गुजरात के लीडिंग इंडस्ट्रीज द स्टेट इन द गुजरात, बिकॉज वी हैव द गुड पॉलिसी इन द गुजरात। मेरे ख्याल से नरेंद्र मोदी जी का जो विजन है, विजन के हिसाब से आने वाले दिनों के अंदर जो मेक इन इंडिया का जो प्रोजेक्ट है, लोकल टू वोकल का प्रोजेक्ट है, आत्मनिर्भर भारत का प्रोजेक्ट है, वो आने वाले दिनों के अंदर मेरे सामने जो बैठे फाउंड्री मैन है वो जरूर पूरा करेंगे। और ये जितने भी पार्टिसिपेट्स हुए हैं, जितने भी फाउंड्री मैन इंडिया से आए हुए हैं, मैं फाउंड्री एसोसिएशन को धन्यवाद करता हूं कि इन्होंने गुजरात के अंदर शायद 2 साल के बाद ये पहला फाउंड्री एग्जीबिशन हो रहा है। आने वाले दिनों के अंदर इंडस्ट्रीज का बूमिंग पीरियड आने वाला है। जिस तरह से आज गुजरात ग्रो हो रहा है और हमारे नरेंद्र मोदी जी के लीडरशिप के अंदर पूरा इंडिया ग्रो हो रहा है, तो मैं आप सबको विश यू ऑल द बेस्ट कहना चाहता हूं कि आने वाले दिनों के अंदर सारी की सारी इंडस्ट्रीज ग्रो होगी और आने वाले दिनों के अंदर हर सेक्टर के अंदर, रेल सेक्टर हो, ऑटोमोबाइल सेक्टर हो, इंडस्ट्री सेक्टर हो, एनी काइंड ऑफ इंडस्ट्रीज, गुजरात इज द ग्रो एंड इंडिया ऑल्सो ग्रो। Again, I thank you to Foundry Association. Thank you.
माननीय मंत्री श्री, आपके उत्साहपूर्ण और महत्वपूर्ण शब्दों के लिए हम आपके बहुत बहुत आभारी हैं। Thank you so much, sir, for your positive note. We appreciate it. After the pandemic, this is the new beginning for our valuable industry. And hence, for the legacy to be continued, we would like to present for you the video for the invitation of 71st IFC. Can we have the video, please?
The heart of India, Delhi, holds the legacy of the generations in art, literature and architecture, coexisting with the visionary industries aspiring for a prosperous future. Come experience the colorful diversity of India with the pride of nation, Red Fort, India Gate, Qutub Minar, the spiritual ambience of Akshardham Temple. Delhi is definitely a foodie's paradise. Over the last few years, the Indian foundry market has grown at a rate of 5 to 7%, but it is expected to increase multifold over the next few years. Since manufacturing has begun to pick up steadily after COVID and several international dynamics have opened in favor of Indian casting industry. According to the Make in India campaign, India will have the fastest growing economy in the next 10 years, which will require the foundry industry to grow. The Indian Foundry Congress is showcasing the unique blend of castings history, present and its future. This time, the theme is something extraordinary that you haven't seen in a while. We provide you here the opportunity to become a part of this spectacular event and garner knowledge for the coming future. It will be too beneficial for all the business verticals and growing talent. The convention is focused on fulfilling the objective of Make in India by fostering innovation. The northern region, along with the Delhi and Jaipur chapters of the Institute of Indian Foundrymen, is privileged to invite you to the 71st Indian Foundry Congress, IFEX 2023, to be held at Greater Noida from 8th to 10th February 2023.
Dear fellow Foundrymen, Namaste. Welcome to the 71st Indian Foundry Congress and International Foundry Exhibition IFEX 2023. Welcome to the North. India produces more than 12 million tons of castings per year, second largest in the world, and exports castings worth more than $3 billion every year. India can increase its trade footprints in the midst of the ongoing international trade conflicts. Apart from trade, diversion in investment flows is an opportunity that India could benefit from, as manufacturers seek alternative destinations. We need to tap on these opportunities which are equally available for the Indian foundry industry. The Institute of Indian Foundrymen is committed to provide the industry the exposure to learn and adopt latest technologies and explore new business opportunities through forums like IFC and IFEX. I call upon each one of you to be a part of this transformation and witness the new horizon, take the Indian foundry industry to the new heights. Friends, I welcome you to this Mahakumbh of our foundry religion, and I look forward to welcoming each one of you to Greater Noida. Thank you.
India Expo Center is venue of choice for various ministries of the Government of India, statutory corporations, companies, and renowned global agencies. The Indian government's focus on indigenous manufacturing of defense and aerospace industry is an opportunity, a hopeful eye to the future. The location is in close proximity to International Airport and Railway Station. The state-of-the-art multifunctional venue has a rare combination of technologies merged with first-class facilities and safety standards. It is well connected to Delhi's main ring road via an 8-lane highway. Come and enjoy the hospitality with the best cuisine with love and affection at this mega event.
Dear friends, Namaste. On behalf of Northern Region and the organizing committee of the 71st Indian Foundry Congress, with immense pleasure, I welcome you to the 71st Indian Foundry Congress and IFEX 2023 at India Expo Center, Greater Noida, which is amongst the top 4 India's largest integrated exhibitions and convention venues, spread across 58 acres of land and offers technology-driven, world-class facilities and safety standards suitable for hosting international business-to-business exhibitions and conferences. The 71st IFC and IFEX 2023 promises to be more energetic than ever through various planned events during IFC like technical sessions, task force meet, B2B meet, works visit, and post-congress tours to various scintillating tourist destinations of North. We aspire to make your visit to 71st IFC at Greater Noida a memorable one. Friends, it will be a thrilling 3 days of Congress and exhibition at Greater Noida. After a busy day, it will be a thorough entertainment in the evenings with fun-filled shows and best of cuisine and drinks waiting for you to perfectly conclude your day with great opportunities for networking with a commitment to start a fresh next day for business opportunities waiting for you. Don't miss coming along with your friends, families and business associates. Welcome to 71st IFC. Welcome to Greater Noida.
Once again, the Indian Foundry Congress will arrange the 71st Annual Exhibition IFEX 2023. The Indian Institute of Foundrymen, set by the Indian Foundry Congress, is the most significant event of the Indian foundry industry. Around 1,500 delegates, 10,000 visitors and 300 exhibitors from all over the world take part in the event. Huge expansion of infrastructure planned by the government under the Make in India campaign for defense sector. Casting industry will receive multi-fold opportunities to develop and supply castings to the armed forces. It will be the largest Foundry conference and exhibition and will be an ideal opportunity for the Indian and foreign casting manufacturers, buyers and suppliers to participate. Some exclusive technologies in automation, AI, waste reduction and pollution reduction technology will be represented and demonstrated at this event. This is not the end. There will be valuable speeches, music, Bollywood night, cultural programs, work visits and networking opportunities at the event. So mark your presence in the Mahakumbh of the Foundry.
Dear friends, radical technological changes have taken place in advanced countries in practically all areas of foundry operations like design and manufacture of patterns, mold and core making, melting and pouring techniques, application of IT, automation for improved productivity and scaling up of operations, use of robotics for hazardous operations for safety and in-process quality assurance. I welcome you all to come and be part of 71st IFC and IFEX 2023, which will provide a unique opportunity to the Foundry fraternity to explore the latest technologies and best practices adopted worldwide and to explore new business alliances, partnerships. Businesses related to the foundry industry are welcome to showcase their products and services and meet the global buyers and extend their businesses internationally. The event will provide opportunities to both Indian and global companies to interact and set up partnerships and complement requirements of each other. Come, show your potential, show the intent, and show the world that we are the best. Welcome again to 71st Indian Foundry Congress. Let's meet at Greater Noida.
Come, show your potential, show the intent, and show the world that we are the best. We all are looking forward to welcome you all to the 71st Indian Foundry Expo, IFEX 2023.
See you at the 71st IFC and IFEX 2023 at Delhi NCR.
I now request the dynamic and visionary Shri Pradeep Mittal, OC Chairman of 71st IFC, to extend the warm invite to the lovely audience present over here along with his team. Thank you.
Thank you. Good evening. Namaskar. Jai Hind. Kem cho? All my dear foundrymen who are present here, I am sure you are already enjoying this great event. Thanks to our entire Western team, led by Subodh Bhai. But I am here for something else. I am proud to announce the dates and venue of 71st Indian Foundry Congress and IFEX 2023. I welcome you all at India Expo Center, Greater Noida, Delhi NCR on 8th, 9th and 10th of February 2023. You can expect more than 30 casting buyers over there from all over the globe at the world-class venue with great improved connectivities from other states with special sessions for future technology requirements. Mark your dates and fill your calendar for 8th, 9th and 10th of February 2023, destination Greater Noida. And the theme is Arise, Automate and Atmanirbhar. Now I request Vikas Garg to give more details.
Friends, we all know that foundry industry requires several interventions and it is facing several challenges as well. We would be organizing several sessions with the senior cabinet ministers of Government of India, also with principal secretaries and secretaries of important ministries relevant to the foundry industry, in which foundrymen can interact one-to-one on the policies and also the issues related to the industry and the interventions which should be taken up for the progress of the industry. So come and interact with the policy makers related to the issues of the industry. Also, we know that EV mobility is a change which is going to be a very big disruptor. We would also be organizing special sessions on EV mobility in which the policymakers and the OEMs would participate, and they will talk about their perspective of the future of the industry, also the impact it's going to have on the foundry industry. I would now invite Kanish, who is the chairman Northern Region, to speak something.
The 71st IFC would be holding technical sessions which would be useful, meaningful, and in line with the latest technology, showcasing cutting-edge technology which have already started to knock our doors. Come to the Northern Region and taste some most delicious food. Re-explore your taste buds altogether again. A food fiesta truly. Have a couple of cocktails and let yourself loose to the free-flowing music and dance. It will be the most memorable arrangement and hospitality that you will experience. It is the first venue that have a hotel in its complex. Even the venue is very well placed with major tourist attractions like Taj Mahal in Agra, Nainital, Chandigarh, Jaipur, Haridwar, Rishikesh and Mathura. All are very well connected by rail, air and road. We will see you at the Expo Mart Greater Noida on 8, 9, 10, 2023. Thank you all and enjoy your evening.
Thank you, everyone. Welcome to Greater Noida.
Can we have a group photograph, please? Just a moment, sir. It's okay. It's okay. Can we have a good group photograph of yours? Please, gather quickly. Thank you. We wish good luck to the entire team, which is going to work round the clock, 24/7, the leftover days for the next year of 71st IFC 2023. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you very much. Best of luck and good luck to the entire team and to the coming event. Thank you. I now humbly request Mr. Sushil Sharma, Honorary Secretary, IIF, to kindly give away the vote of thanks. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Good evening, all of you. First of all, I would like to extend my best wishes to the team Northern Region for the 71st IFC. Coming to the formal vote of thanks, I would like to thank the chief guest for today's inaugural function, Shri Jagdish Vishwakarma ji, Honorable Minister, for gracing this occasion and taking out time from his busy schedule and sharing his views with this august gathering. I am also thankful to the guest of honor, MD Brakes India Limited, Mr. Shriram Vijay, for sharing his experiences. I am also thankful to all the past presidents of IF who are present here and gracing this occasion and this IFC and IFEX. I feel short of words when it comes to the organizing team and its chair, Subodh Bhai. Subodh Bhai, I really don't know how to thank you and your team for organizing this function at a time when we all were fighting with COVID. A tireless efforts with your team. Hats off to you all. You all deserve a big round of applause. Friends, This team really has done a great thing. I'm also thankful to the K&D Communications, the organizers, the media and the press for giving the required publicity to this event. And last but not the least, you all lovely delegates who made this event on its own, what we call it as Atmanirbhar. Subodh bhai hamesha कहते हैं हमने आत्मनिर्भर रह के बताया है, and that is true, and all credit goes to you, all of you, and the love and affection you have shown to the institute has been great. Wishing you a great time for the balance 2 days and have a business beyond boundaries. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your positive note and thankful words. We appreciate them. I now request everyone present here to kindly rise for the national anthem. Thank you.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Bharat Mata ki Jai! Thank you. Thank you once again, our Honorable Minister of State, Shri Jagdish Vishwakarma ji, and our esteemed dignitaries for your august presence over here. It was indeed our pleasure to have you over here and be a sight of motivation and lots of positivity among the crowd present over here and the one who's going to be present next year as well. I request everyone to be kindly present in the hall for the further announcements. Thank you, sir. To all the wonderful people present here, we now announce the Garba night, and thereby we will have felicitation of our sponsors, and then we will enjoy the delicious dinner with you guys. It is indeed a pleasure to have our Minister, sir, with us, along with all the august audience. I'm sure you will not like to miss the taps, the sound, the melodies of the cultural folk dance of Gujarat, that is Garba. And just in a short while from now, we open the floor for Garba. Thereby, we will have the felicitation of the sponsors and followed by delicious dinner. Thank you. This is Dhwani signing off. Bye-bye. Good night. Have a great weekend. Thank you.